First question is for the challenger. First of all, Gukesh, congratulations on the victory today. I guess the simplest question to ask is, how does it feel to actually win a game in your first World Championship?
Yeah, it feels great. I'm quite happy with. I mean, yeah, also the last 2 days I was happy with my play. Today was even better. I feel good at the board, and yeah, today I just managed to outplay my opponent, which is always very nice.
I'm curious how the opening went for you. He spends a lot of time in the opening. At one point, just several minutes for sure. Did you feel like you had exactly the position you wanted to play?
Yeah, I was prepared until the 11th, no sorry, 13th move. I guess he was trying to remember something, but maybe he mixed up something. I thought how he reacted was not the most precise way, and then I think I just got a very nice position after G5, and I mean all this F3, E4, it looks really shaky for black.
A question for you, Alicia, and you spent a lot of time in the opening. What was the reason for that?
Because I thought my position not so comfortable, and my C2 bishop is a weakness, and he's going to attack it with knight d2. So I tried to come up with some idea to save it. First I thought knight e4 here. Maybe the other move to play knight e4, and if we take, I take the bishop, and knight d2, knight a6. The other line, I'm not sure. Several evolution of it. And I will choose between these two lines.
Everyone was analyzing, of course, with the aid of engines, and I felt that your response was probably the best under the circumstances. And here after G5, knight back. Oh, excuse me. Right, knight d2 first. And G5, and here you seem to have a good position after this, if the way you played, but that rook h5 was a significant error. Did you understand this at the moment, or did it take you some time to realize that your bishop was in trouble?
I think my position already in trouble, because the normal move knight e6 doesn't work due to rook c1. And yeah, I saw bishop e7, but I refused it due to rook c1, bishop e5, e4 takes, bishop e2, e4, bishop e6, take, and bishop takes, knight takes, pawn takes, and rook c7. But after knight e6, when I saw a computer, after the game, knight e6, rook b7, and a6.
E6?
Yes, e6. And here, or maybe knight d2, knight d4 also possible, but with stronger a6.
It looks like you're okay.
Yeah.
Did you see any of these lines, by the way? Because it seemed as though bishop e7 was problematic for white, actually.
Yeah, I think I just underestimated bishop e7, because I thought if I'm getting like rook c1, e4, I should be good, but now that I see it, yeah, it's quite shaky. Yeah, I guess during the game, we both thought that white is doing well, which is what matters.
I guess that doesn't change things competitively. Both of you have to play without the use of engines while you're playing. So for you, it's just a fight, right? Whoever plays better in the fight.
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously not pleasant to misjudge a position so badly, but okay. As long as I played better than my opponent, I think it's good.
All right, I'll open up the floor for questions from the press.
great performance. Gukesh, just to know if you were aware that you were following a game of the 2023 Düsseldorf FIDE World Teams between Kramnik and Edigaisi. Was that part of your preparation? And what do you think of that game and how you could improve on that game?
Yeah, I mean, I recall this game very briefly. I think till H4 we had the same position. Till the 13th move, we had the same position. After that, I think Arjun made some mistake and Kramnik had a huge advantage, but it ended in a draw. I remember this detail, but I don't remember exactly how the game went. Yeah. I was aware of it.
Next question.
Hi Gukesh, can you just talk the entire thought process of all the moves that you had made after Rook H5? At least on the board, it seemed like you knew that you now had an advantage. Can you just talk through the entire process of how you converted that, the calculations that you were doing in your mind?
Yeah, after Rook H5, I thought with E4 I'm winning a piece, but he gets a couple of pawns, and I mean the dark squares are a bit soft. So I didn't think I was completely winning. I knew that I should be better or close to winning. And then I think I played quite precisely because I was also considering knight E2 instead of bishop F2. But then he can go knight B3. I mean the same similar to what happened in the game, like rook C2, knight D2, rook D2, bishop B4. Now the difference is G5 hangs. Yeah, bishop B4 or direct rook G5. C3 rook G4. Yeah, something like this. So I thought bishop F2 to start with, and then knight E2. Yeah, I mean, I just thought I had to be like super precise, not to give him any drawing chances, and I did not really see where he could really improve. Actually, maybe King E7 was the final mistake, but already I thought I was doing pretty well. Yeah, and also in the end, this tactic was really nice that I had calculated in the very end. Yeah. Bishop H3, F5, Bishop F1. Bishop F5 I was going to play.
You were going to play?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Next question.
Hi there, Theo from leechess.org. I'm asking a question on behalf of one of our live stream commentators, Grandmaster Felix Blauberger. He wanted to ask Ding Liren if he could share his thinking behind rook h5 and if he considered or evaluated the threat of knight e2.
Well, before f3, I thought my position was okay, was even better, but after f3, I realized maybe it's not so easy to play. And the most obvious move, 96 doesn't work. So I have to come up with the other ideas. And I also saw bishop e7, but I refused it because the line I showed before. That's why I come up with rook f5. With idea rook c1, bishop f5, e4, maybe take, and bishop h7, bishop h3. The rook is protected on h5. But I underestimated e4. And in this line, I missed knight e2 actually. I thought he had to move the rook on hook, then take on d4 with the bishop, then I have good compensations.
Are you saying in this position here?
Yes.
You missed knight e2?
Yes.
And you said you thought, what did he have to play?
Rook move to somewhere, g2 or somewhere.
Like this?
Mm.
So for you, this was the decisive mistake. Next question.
This is Mike Klein with chess.com. My question is for Grandmaster Gukesh. This appears to be the first time since game 1 of 93 Kasparov short where someone lost on time. And I'm curious, even though your position was objectively always winning, could you describe your emotions as your opponent was ticking down on time? We could see it on his face, but what was going through your mind as he had 1 minute left to make 6 moves?
I'm sorry, maybe the previous match, like, didn't he lose on time against Nepal?
It's my research team's research. So even if that is incorrect, could you tell us about your emotions when he had so little time to make so many moves?
Yeah, I was pretty confident at that point. I mean, I was just thinking about the position at that time because I knew that I should be winning, especially after I got rook d1, rook c1, rook d1, I thought I should just be winning. So yeah, I wasn't really playing for time. I just wanted to, finish it off cleanly.
I know you weren't playing for time, but was there an increased heart rate or anything going on inside you as your opponent got so low?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's always like a bit exciting when your opponent is so low on time, and also, when you get a winning position, you generally get a bit excited. So it was there, but I think I had my emotions under control.
Thanks.
Charlize asking on behalf of FIDE social media from our followers, this time from Bangalore Chess Club. Did having a rest day tomorrow have any effect on today's game approach?
Is that for both players? Go ahead.
Not really. I thought since tomorrow is a rest day, I'll just put all my energy into this game, and then I can rest. So it did not make much of a difference, but it was nice to know that after today's game I can just go and rest.
Not really, but the results of the game will maybe influence my emotion during the rest day.
Hi, Maria Emelianova on behalf of my viewers, I guess, on my channel. A bit of a harsh question to Gukesh, but I thought it's the best day to ask it. Do you agree with what Magnus said after game 1, that it's hard to understate how bad this was from Gukesh? Not a single good decision, everything was wrong. Do you agree with his statement, and do you think you changed? If yes, then do you think something changed after game 1?
In game 1, you mean?
Game 1.
Yeah, I mean, from some point, I think starting from, I don't know, maybe b4 or queen e2, especially this knight d4 move, all these moves were pretty bad. But I think it's also understandable since it was my first game in the World Championship. I was a bit nervous. It's a new setting for me. And yeah, I mean, even for example, Magnus in his first World Championship, he was not at his best at the start. So I think it's a very normal reaction, and I was okay with that. It was a bad game, but I was generally feeling good. I thought even though I was nervous, I was able to not what to say. It was not too much to handle, so I felt good. It was a bad game, but yeah, I always knew that once I settle in, I will get back my rhythm.
Thank you, and congratulations on striking back.
Thank
you. Ulrich Stock from Die Zeit, Germany. A question for Ding Liren. What was the point in the opening when you were caught by surprise? Was it move h3 already, or could you say something about that?
Yes, very early, actually. This line came as a surprise, totally. Yes, maybe after h3 I have no knowledge for this line.
Another question for Gukesh. By the way, it looks like last year Ding may have resigned with 3 seconds remaining, so I'm not sure. We'll check on that. But my question is, this is your first classical win over Ding. I know the sample size is incredibly small. Does that mean anything extra to you that you've broken through against him?
Yeah, it's always um, nice to win a game. Also, for the first time against such a strong opponent, it's always nice. I think it means more that I got a win in the World Championship and a very important win. So, yeah, I'm happy with many things about this.
Hi, Gukesh, Aditya from Chessbase India. Congratulations on your first World Championship win. But we see you here today exactly as after game one. You are in the same mood. Your nerves show the same level. I don't know how you do it, but congratulations. Could you please tell us that when we saw you in game one, you were a lot moving around the chair. You were not sitting that much. But today we saw you on the chair, more focused, more concentrated, eyes closed. What changed? Is it something that your coaches or your seconds have given some advice to you, or is this something you are taking forward in the match?
I think it also depends on, it mostly I think just depends on the kind of position, because the first game I thought I would prepare him, and I mean, like all the G4, it was all my prep, and I was feeling more in control. So, and yesterday, I mean, he surprised me in the opening. I had to figure things out, and also today, once he got like Queen B3, Bishop C2, I mean, there were a lot of lines to calculate. Even though it was my prep, I couldn't recall many things. So yeah, I just had many things to figure out on the board. So just sitting.
Great, congrats once again.
Before the next question, if I may ask, does the thought ever bubble in your mind that you have fans, big fans watching from all around the world, particularly in your home country? Does that ever affect you when you're actually sitting there playing? Is that, or you're not distracted by these thoughts?
Usually when I'm playing, it's like not really, but like in a span of like 4 or 5 hours, you get 1 or 2 distracting thoughts from time to time, and I think it's fine. But yeah, in general, it's nice that fans all over the world, and especially in my home country, are cheering for me in this match, and that is kind of a motivating factor for me.
I have a question for Ding Liren. 想问一下，这次爸爸妈妈一起来了，感觉怎么样？会不会好一点？对明天恢复心情会不会有一些帮助？谢谢。
对，就是很少的比赛，他们都同时过来，确实，他们给我生活上的一些照料嘛，确实能让我感觉，不那么紧张。
谢谢。
Another question from FIDE social media, this time from Sky35.10 for both of you. What are you planning to do for the rest day?
No plans as of yet, but okay, maybe, I don't know, I'll think of something, but okay, the main things will be obviously some rest, preparation, and some relaxation.
Well, I don't have a plan for tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see after getting up.
I do have one final question. Liren, you have lost before in a World Championship match. Many people counted you out when you lost before, and you bounced back time and time again. What gives you the strength to bounce back, or gave you the strength, and do you feel, and what's going to give you the strength now?
Well, just the position itself, I think if I have a chance in the game, I need to push for the win.
Okay, that concludes the press conference. Tomorrow is a day off, so rest day for the players, rest day for everyone else. We'll be back in 2 days here at 5 p.m. local time. Good night, everyone.